Hi, I'm Slam Gaming, and welcome to part 2 of my 8-part series, where I'm seeing how long it takes to win with every Johto Gym Leader's team in the Master Ball tier of Scarlet and Violet VGC. Last week, we got the series off the ground with Falkner's flying types, and you can find that video linked in the description below. Part 2, we have made our way to Azalea Town, where BUGSY specializes in, well, bug-type Pokémon. Not too hard to deduce that one. Also, I'm not trying to be too critical here, but why didn't BUGSY do anything about Team Rocket in that well outside of town? I know he's a kid, but aren't gym leaders, supposed to help out everyone else? I don't know, it just seems like something a gym leader would do. Let's talk team members. Once again, thanks to Dexit, we do not have access to all of BUGSY'S original team members, but we do have access to his ace in Scyther, which is awesome. From the rematch battle in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we get access to Scizor, Yanmega, Heracross, and Vespiquen. Finally, from the Pokémon World Tournament, we get a 6th team member in Forretress. Already, this is a much better start than Falkner's team. 6 Pokémon is a welcome change of pace. Team breakdown time. Bug is a notoriously weak type, but in the current meta, it is actually pretty alright. There aren't a ton of rock-type Pokémon, and grass types are everywhere, so Bug may have a real niche. In addition, Scizor, Heracross, and Forretress provide some good type diversity that isn't the usual Bug flying typing, and also crucially do not have a rock-type weakness. Scyther, normally the main damage dealer on BUGSY'S team, is taking on a markedly different role on my team. A bulky Eviolite set pairs nicely with Tailwind support, and access to Feint may also come in handy. Overall, I think it's a really cool way to use Scyther that isn't super common. Scizor is on the damage dealing side of the team, with Swords Dance and Clear Amulet, meaning that it will be hard to slow down if it gets going, especially with Bullet Punch's increased priority. Yanmega is one of the most interesting team members, and just a sick Pokemon that doesn't get a lot of run these days. I went all out with a choice spec set and speed boost, meaning that if Yanmega holds out for even a turn or two, nothing will outspeed it. Terra Ground and Terra Blast are a cheeky way to try to snipe off some fire types too. I was really excited about using Yanmega. I hope it shines. Heracross is our last big damage dealer, and is a classic Guts Flame Orb set. Heracross is also sneaky fast, so I hope with Tailwind support it can catch some opponents off guard. Forretress doesn't have a ton going for it, so I just slapped on some leftovers, Iron Defense, and Body Press. I can see bringing it against a team heavy on physical attackers, but otherwise it won't get too much run. Finally, I really tried to cook with the Vespiquen set, but I do think I may have just burned what was in the pan. Endurer, Destiny Bond, and Custap Berry are a combo that go way back, but honestly are just a little too slow and a little too gimmicky of a strategy for modern VGC. Maybe it'll come in handy once or twice if I'm lucky, but I really just wanted to throw something unusual onto the team, especially when Vespiquen is just so bad. Really cool design though, I just wish it was better. And that's the team. I'm actually super excited to try it out. I know it might not be the world beater that I'm imagining, but it has some cool strategies and some surprisingly solid bones to it. Also, in terms of cool team factor, BUGSY is top tier, easy. Scyther, Scizor, Yanmega, Heracross, those are some top tier designs in my opinion, but I'm not going to be too much of an optimist. I have to be ready for the losses that will come. And before we can get to the battle that I won, we have to watch the montage of the team losing. It just has to happen. I'll see you on the other side. Oh, you're still here. But that means, yep, I won the very first match that I played with BUGSY'S team. And what's even crazier is that I didn't even test the team before making it in-game, so I was really flying blind. And the team I played was legit too, not like someone else trying a crazy challenge or anything. But enough build up, let's just jump into it. Quick, before we do, if you enjoyed this video at any time, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. It really helps a lot, and it will keep you posted on the rest of the series. Thanks. My opponent leads with Kommo-o and Iron Bundle. I lead the Ace Scyther and Scizor. Immediately, I am more afraid of the bundle than of Como-O. If the Como-O set is the Iron Defense body press set that I imagine it will be, then most of my team should be okay, as bug types resist fighting moves. Bundle's ice moves, however, are going to be a problem. To my surprise, Iron Bundle protects, which lets Scyther get up Tailwind easily. Scizor sword stances, and Como-O starts going for Iron Defense. A pretty great turn 1, as now Scizor is ready to do some major damage and Scyther can support it. I'm happy to ignore Como-O for at least a little longer. I decide to double the bundle, but it switches to Hisuian Arcanine. Luckily, Clear Amulet means that Scizor is not intimidated, and Bullet Punch does about 75%, meaning that even after Citrus Berry recovery, Arcanine will faint to another one. Scyther's lunge bounces off, and Como-O goes for another Iron Defense. Como-O can probably KO Scizor with a body press at this point, but I still think Arcanine is the bigger threat with its fire-type attacks. To cover for Protect, I use Feint with Scyther before KOing the Arcanine with another Bullet Punch. My fears are confirmed though, as Como-O one-shots Scizor with a body press. I need to deal with Como-O soon, so I bring in Yanmega, which can hit hard with special flying-type attacks. Tyranitar is not a welcome sight, as Rock-type attacks will wreck my two Bug flying types, but I have a plan. I think a Choice Specs boosted Air Slash will KO Como-O, and I can use Feint with Scyther to cover for Protect. But if Como-O terastallizes to the Steel type, I would probably lose on the spot. If I want to read that, I can Terra Ground with Yanmega and go for Terra Blast. But again, if I'm wrong, I will lose. I decide to go for the Air Slash play, but as a precaution, I still Terra Yanmega to the Ground type, to guard it from any Rock-type attacks from Tyranitar. My opponent does not Terra. Feint does a tiny bit of chip, and Air Slash knocks what? Como-O lives on what looks like 1 HP. I was not expecting that. Tyranitar hits Rock Slide for massive damage on Scyther, but it bounces off of Yanmega. But Como-O gets greedy and goes for a third Iron Defense. That turns out to be a huge mistake, as Sand Damage KOs my Scyther, but it also KOs the boosted Como-O. Huge threat down, but Tailwind is over for my team. Yanmega might outspeed everyone, but my Heracross will not. We're not out of the woods yet. In addition, I am locked into Air Slash for the rest of the match now. Flinches would be nice, but my options into T-Tar are limited now. My opponent terastallizes T-Tar into the Psychic type, possibly to try to KO Heracross in one shot. Iron Bundle protects, which is bad, and I protect Heracross to let Flame Orb do its thing. Lucky for me, we both just attack into protects, and now it's crunch time. The whole game really comes down to whether Yanmega can get a flinch on Iron Bundle, because without one, it will most definitely faint to an Ice-type attack. To my shock though, Air Slash KOs the Iron Bundle. Remember when I said this in the Faulkner video? I forget how frail Iron Bundle can be sometimes. Yeah, that still stands. And now, with much satisfaction, Heracross hits a mean, super effective knockoff into T-Tar for the KO and the win. You know what's cool too? Provided the bundle was a standard max special attack, max speed set, that Air Slash KO wasn't even a roll. It would have knocked out even without the Sandstorm chip too. Man, that thing is frail. Okay, last order of business has already been half spoiled. As I said earlier, it took me all of one game to win with BUGSY'S team in the Master Ball tier of Scarlet and Violet VGC. And honestly, I played this team a couple of times after this battle too. It's just a fun team comp. Is it anything to seriously challenge the meta? No, but it has a lot of faces you don't see a lot in competitive play, and that's always kind of fun. BUGSY'S tier for how fun his team is to use is going to be A tier. I really think it's fun, and there's strategies to be had even beyond the ones I came up with. Imagine a support Scizor and an all-out attacking Scyther, for example. That's BUGSY in the books. And what a fun one, too. It really blew my expectations out of the water. 6 more gym leaders to go. If you enjoyed and you want to see Whitney next, liking and subscribing will keep you in the loop, and it really helps me a lot too. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm Slam Gaming, and have a great rest of your day. See you next time.